To us recently, it'd be an understatement.
Yo, did y'all see what happened on Monday Night Raw last night?
Sense of those voices she's been hearing.
I mean, WWE has just gave us one of the wildest, most craziest moments we've seen and probably almost in recent memory.
We're hugging again.
I'm talking about we're going to break this all down, as you guys can see in the thumbnail, literally. So here's what went down. During Live Valkyrie's match with Roxanne Perez, Judgment Day jumped Valkyrie after the bell rung, after she got the W, and then out of nowhere, we witnessed Bayley's return after all of the promo packages from going from one side of the hugger and one side of the idiot ding dong gimmick. Now, she just made the save, saving Live Valkyrie from the Judgment Day. And then the crowd went absolutely crazy for this moment, especially when things got more intensifying and interesting when Bayley wasn't just Bayley. Bayley was used to seeing the auras of her mind just corrupt her as she walked towards Lyra. But then, all of a sudden, she just went crazy and started hugging everybody. The old Bayley's back. Yay! You know, the old Bayley's back. Yay! Yo, hugging everybody. And while I'm just sitting there, wish I can hug her too. Aww. I know. I gotta hug myself for the day. But hopefully one day. But anyway. Bayley hugging commentators from the fans to the timekeeper to the ring announcer. I mean, absolutely everybody. And then she just run off and just said her goodbye to the fans. Man, later on that night, we witnessed Lyra going to confront Bayley about this action. And we just heard her just in the room arguing. And we just trying to wonder, who's she arguing with? What's going on here? Like, didn't we just see Bayley like seconds ago happy and joyful and hugging everybody, happy that she's back on Raw? And then she's arguing. So then when Lyra opened the door, there was nobody in the room. It was just Bayley by herself, dressed in a white and black outfit, in which, in my mind, I'm thinking Cruella de Vil. But wait a minute. There's another character from Batman who has similar tastes in that same clothing, and that was Two-Face. Two-Face with the same thing, and I'm thinking already with this gimmick that we're seeing, which I kind of predicted in the live streams. If you've been there, hope you join us. Showstoppatv, subscribe. If you want to join our live stream for the watch-alongs, I would love to see you there. But Bayley is becoming like a Two-Face character, because here, she's screaming out the top of her lungs at Lyra, just going absolutely insane. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, Bayley, this is perfection. Absolutely perfection, and I love it. Now, before I get to the conclusion of this, I just want to break down really quickly of what you guys haven't seen, if you haven't seen it, from Bayley's good side and then Bayley's bad side. Now, Bayley's good side, obviously the hugger. Bayley was known as the lovable woman next door that everybody wants to talk to. They even had a chant on NXT saying, "Oh, Bayley, it was something, 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 how much I love you," something like that. Somebody could correct me in the comments on what that chant was, but it was a chant that always you hear it every single moment when you saw Bayley out there, especially when the matches got so damn good that the fans just have to chant that for Bayley. I mean, you already know the number one match for Bayley NXT. I'm pretty sure you guys already thinking about it right now, this very, very moment. NXT Brooklyn, when she fought Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship and finally got her moment, and she shined. But let me tell y'all something that y'all probably don't know. What's really interesting, that AJ Lee is now officially back in the WWE after 10 years of absence, and she's currently feuding with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins with her husband CM Punk. But what you guys don't know is that the hugger gimmick was getting popular, but the main reason why it got as popular as it did was because of AJ. At the time, AJ Lee was a heel, and she did not want any hug from Bayley. She's saying like, "Oh my God, get off me. Just with the face, just get out of me. Just I don't want to do what you get out of me. And just Bayley was just so happy, so joyful to want to just hug one of her idols in AJ. Now I'm going current. Now I mentioned before in my other video, I broke down who I want to see AJ Lee go up against, which you guys should watch by the way. And I give good details on how it should happen and everything. But one of the women that I chose was Bayley. And this is one of the reasons why, especially when I see it for the first time, we all see it for the first time with our own eyes of how Bayley has been acting right now with this gimmick. It's only been one time, but I guarantee you, and I feel like strongly in my bones, and going by everybody else's reaction, we mostly all feel the same way about this. Bayley, this whole gimmick is going to get even better, and I cannot wait, you guys, till we get see more of Bayley like this, especially with Lyra, because I feel like it's going to get even more intensifying. And again, I'm gonna break down what I think is going to happen, but not yet. But anyway, that's the hugger of Bayley. That's the hugger Bayley. Now let's talk about the Ding Dong Bayley, which you guys have seen. Now this side Bayley, I had mixed vibes about at first, but then the more it went on, I kind of understood it, and I can get behind it somewhat, but not fully still. But I can get behind it. She had her own little talk show called the Ding Dong, and she had guests coming on from Seth Rollins, and they just had like a lab competition. Y'all remember that? The lab competition. And then we saw her brought on like the Toxic Attraction and so many more on her show. And she was just calling everybody an idiot. But the one thing I remember from that gimmick was when she feuded with Bianca Belair, who at the time was the SmackDown Women's Champion. And I just remember that maniacal laugh. She just kept laughing at Bianca, I mean, over and over. And this was during the pandemic era. So they showed it constantly throughout every single screen that you guys have seen in the background. Just Bayley face laughing at Bianca Belair. And they feuded for the championship for, I think, about 2-3 months before they finally called quits on it. It was kind of dragging, but they called quits on it. So that's what happened pretty much. So the Ding Dong Bayley pretty much calling everybody an idiot, just ding donging, and just thought she was always above everybody. You know, that's all it was for Bayley. You know what I'm saying? So that's the ding dong gimmick, and that's the hugger gimmick. Now we got these two gimmicks together in one motion. What is going to happen going forward, and how we going to make this thing make it even more intensifying as it is? Well, we already know that Bayley got a vendetta against Lyra. I mean, there's no brainer there. Obviously, she's still upset after what happened when Lyra pretty much said, I don't want to deal with you anymore after what you did. You cost me the Intercontinental Championship. I can no longer compete against Becky Lynch. So I wanted nothing to do with Bayley. I just want to focus on myself. Bayley took that to heart and she went away. Then we seen just the breakdown of Bayley going from one hugger side to the next. Kind of like how you see in a cartoon or probably even a live action show of the God on one side pretty much Halo and saying, hey, don't do that, be nice. And then the evil side saying, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on right now with Bayley. And we seeing that on TV. And I think it's going to be a great program, guys. I think it's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to see more of this. And I feel like this is going to bring out Lyra's more darker side, because you remember Lyra has a darker side as well that guys might have forgotten about. If you've seen the early days of NXT, you see Lyra can get more dark as well. And I feel like she probably has to go that route to save Bayley, if that is the case, which I don't know, but I'm predicting that there's a possibility that she could try to save Bayley from this path, or that was going on with her, you know. So hopefully, if that's the case, we're going to get into more deep programming, and this is fantastic for not just for Bayley, for Lyra as well, which I definitely feel like she has grown, especially in 2025. And I feel like in 2026, she's going to get even better to the point where maybe at that point, maybe you guys want to see her as the women's champion someday on the main roster, you know? And Bayley with this gimmick, I'm pretty sure you guys already saying it before we even get to it. Bayley with this side, I think we want to see more of Bayley with this as the Raw Women's Champion, and possibly could confront AJ again. Because remember, AJ was the sole reason how that hugger gimmick became so popular, bro. And I feel like when we see these two go at it, it's going to bring that story to light, and we're going to get reminded of how it all happened. So it's going to be some great programming on Raw with Bayley. Now I can say again, Bayley and Lyra, Bayley and AJ Lee. It's going to get more and more intensifying. And this gimmick right now is so perfectionist. I just can't wait to see more of it. But let me know what you gotta think about this, man. Tell me what you gotta think about this, everything. So WWE is setting up something crazy, obviously. We're almost about to get to the full-on hard-face action. We got a two-face Bayley storyline going on Monday Night Raw. Maybe she teams with Lyra. Maybe she even confronts Lyra. Or Bayley finally will get back at her pretty much. So, call to action. Honestly, this might be Bayley's most creative character yet. Which I believe so. I'm pretty sure you guys believe so too. I'm hooked. But what you guys think about this, man? Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you guys feel like this is Bayley's way of going back to a good guy, or pretty much going back to a bad guy, or she's in between? You know, let me know. Let me know what you think about this. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below. Make sure y'all subscribe for more videos such as this, and hopefully I will see you in the next